everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra. We're going to do another makeup look. Tonight's actually date night, so that's new. The last look I did was yesterday, and it turned out to not the date night makeup look because I went by myself, but I still had a really good time. And today I want to kind of dress more summery. So I've got like a tank top on. I've got my kimono. It's very floral, very summery, very bright and what I was thinking today is do more of a bronze look. I am going, like my tan seems to have faded a bit, so I'm going to maybe cover up all of the areas of my face with like concealer that I want to cover, and then add bronzer on top. And I'm going to use powder bronzer. So I'm going to change things up a little bit today and maybe do some light pink lipstick. I haven't done that in a while. And I was thinking of playing with my Natasha Denona pastel palette. I just don't know if I want to use this. I was thinking maybe I pick up on some of the greens in my kimono and use like between these greens here. I don't know if maybe this one and turn it into a liner instead and still add lashes. So I'm going to maybe try that. And then we're just going to flow with it. So first I'm going to spray my face with some Caudalie Beauty Elixer. I love the scent of that. I'm also going to moisturize. Sorry, I'm going to change this around. Moisturize with my In Beauty Project Extreme Cream. This is still the original tube, you guys. I've been pretty minimal with this. I don't use it every time. But when I do notice a big difference in my makeup. And my skin feels really nice and doesn't feel overly like moisturized, but it doesn't feel dry. It just feels so good. So I'm not, I don't want to say I'm in a rush. I always feel like I'm in a rush. I had to fold a mountain of laundry before I started. It was a lot. And now it's like 8:30 and we're trying to rush to be there for 9. So I always kind of get the last little bit of time, you know. Everyone else gets ready before me, and then I'm always at the end. I feel like that's like a lot of us moms. It's just something that happens, you know. It sucks. Sometimes it really sucks. Okay, I'm going to start with primer. Again, my One Size Secure the Sweat. You can see this has been well loved. It's almost gone. I do have another to replace it that I picked up this spring Sephora haul. I use a dollop about that size. Okay, so you don't need too much. I use a little bit more than probably some people would use. I don't know. I like to put this everywhere. Again, it also depends on your skin. I do have dry skin, but I just moisturized and I didn't give my skin that much time for the products to soak in. So I go in with this all over my face, even though I'm not wearing foundation. I'm just going to add concealer where I want to add some concealer. And just kind of cover up, and you're going to be able to tell the difference too of my skin once we're done. Okay guys, so I'm trying to find my darkest concealer. I came across Kosas 5.5, still way too light. I have Jeffree Magic Star Concealer in the shade Say 16, so this is definitely a contender. It's pretty dark. I've also got Natasha Denona High Glam in the shade N6. This might be a little bit too neutral. This might be better. The tanners or the bronzers I'm using, Fenty Beauty, Stalk'r Instant Warmth Bronzer in Caramel Cutie. And then I also have the Kosas one, the Sun Show, and the shade is Escape. So the Fenty is matte, doesn't have sparkle or shimmer or anything like that, but the Kosas one has a little bit of gold veining throughout. So I don't want to overdo it on the shine and the shimmer because it will really highlight your areas where you have skin flaws. So like whether that is expression lines, wrinkles, that kind of thing. Or, I mean, dry skin even. So now that my primer is set and ready to go, I'm going to put on my concealer. And I hope this shade, I know this is an older concealer. It still smells good. I'm going to do under the eyes. I'm going to cover up my sun damaged spots here a little bit. Right here. Around my nose, because I do have some veins there. I don't want to do on the top of my nose. I think this is probably it. It's definitely around the eye area, and then we'll come back in with that brightener. So I've got my sponge. I'm going to blend all of this out. Won't take long because I don't have that many areas to conceal here. Generally when I'm spot concealing, you guys, honestly, I do prefer like a pot concealer where you can take a brush and then you can go in with your little brush and really detail out your skin where exactly you want it to go. This method with the whole like brush, or sorry, like using the wand of the concealer, I find it's not as precise, especially when you go to blend it out because I'm using a sponge, right? I mean, I could blend it out with a brush as well. I feel like there's something special about using a pot concealer. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is quickly go off camera, do brows. I will be right back. All right, guys, eyebrows are done. So I'm going to go in first with my Fenty Beauty. Like I was saying, I'm going to take a really big powder brush. This is one of the biggest ones I have. It's huge. This is a Sigma F78 Ultimate Bronze Brush. You don't have to have a brush that's like a bronzing brush per se. I just happen to have one because I always liked, like when I did bronzer over summer, I just preferred to have like an all-over bronzer brush. I don't bronze the way a lot of people bronze. I like to, you know, do the high points. Like when you're outside in the sun, your nose usually gets red first, right? So that's what I tend to do. And the tops of your cheeks, minus the brush hairs. And then sometimes like a little bit on your chin. But like what I'll do is I'll add the product all over the areas, the high points. So tops of cheeks, nose, forehead, and other cheek. And then what we'll do is just kind of take the same brush and blend everywhere. So down the neck, along the jaw, between the brows, just kind of everywhere. Okay, and then we're going to add the Kosas on top, and then we'll do some blush. We're going to have to use powder blush though, because I went in with powder formulas. So you can see it's not really gold veining, it's almost like bronze, like it's bronze, but it's kind of like a foil bronze. So this is going to give a little bit of shimmer, kind of like as if you were just coming out of the sun, which is kind of a nice way to think of it. What you don't want to like miss the other parts of your face because then it's just going to look weird. Okay, so yeah, I was debating to do like an all over eye color, which I still could, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I did want to go in with liner, and I wanted to do like a black or brown line. I wonder if I should go in with a bronze. See, I get myself into trouble because I have too many colors to choose from. I totally get myself into trouble. I also have, this is like one of my favorite colors ever. It's actually called, it's by Avon, and it's called Rich Copper, but it is, I think it's a gel liner, and it kind of makes a mess. So unless you're doing like a really smushy shadow around the eye, it's going to leak everywhere and just be a big mess. I think what I'll do instead is use this one. It's called, I think I got this from an Ipsy Glam bag forever ago by Lottie London. So Lottie, AM to PM eyeliner. And the shade is Simply Black, which is easy enough. So I just have to sharpen this. How I feel about that because it didn't come off very strong. So I'm going to go in with my Rare Beauty eyeliner. This is True Black, and it's a gel eyeliner as well. So I'm just going to go over my waterlines quick. So that part is done. And now I have to decide, am I going to use an all over, I wonder if this would look pretty. Thinking of also using a bright lipstick. Let me do lips first because I think that's going to be nice. I'm going to pick out a nice bright lip liner. I don't even know if I have a pink one. Oh, I do. This is, Illamosquoi. I don't even know who that is or where I got that from, but I'm going to use it. Interesting. I thought I had some other ones that were pink, but I'm going to try this. That is really pretty. I wonder if I could just outline my lips with the entire pencil. The color is called Lust. Illamosquoi coloring pencil. Interesting. I start to question myself when I don't even remember where my pencils are from. I like this color. It's not too like overdone. It's kind of understated, but I wonder what this topper would look like on it. This is a Makeup by Mario Supershine lip gloss in the shade Watermelon. I really like this combo actually. This is going to be like my new go-to for summer. Okay, I just want to see what this looks like with this gloss on top. Tried overlining a little bit, but I really suck at overlining. It just doesn't work out for me. The gloss smells good though. I think this could be a good combo. Not shadows, sorry, liner. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina collection. And I've got this like bright pink. And then all you do is add water or setting spray and then put a line on your eye. That might be pretty, but I kind of just want to do like dark lashes. And I don't know, like the liner would be nice if I peeked it through maybe. But I was thinking the same thing with my palette, but I don't think any of the colors in here match my lips. I think maybe the pink one in the palette. So maybe I'll do that. Let me find a liner brush. Okay, so I've got this like teeny tiny one. We're going to use the pink shade, not the orange, because I think that'll work best. And see, it kind of opens cool. Like, it's a shame you probably can't buy this anymore. It's completely dry. Let me see if I can open the pink one here. Can you even open the lid? Come on. Oh, it's supposed to just do this. Okay, this is what they look like. So then you just kind of roll it underneath, and then that one, and then the top lid just pops open. So it's completely dry, and all you do is you add setting spray or water to the actual like brush or right in the product itself is what I do. And then you just kind of like smoosh the brush in the product and you pick up some color. Now I'm debating because this is really pink. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'll show you what it looks like in my hand though. I think that's too pink for this lip look. I think it'll look weird. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? We're going to change our plan here. Change the plan. I'm going to line the top lid. I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway with black liner. I use my Too Faced Better Than Sex. And then maybe just do mascara and lashes, and we'll come back with blush and see what I'm looking at then. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are all done with lashes. I think they're going to stay, I hope. I'm happy with the way this looks. I'm going to go into blush and see. I really like my, well, let's see here. I really like the liquid blushes. I love the colors, but let's see. I think I'm going to use the Patrick Ta blush. This one is She's That Girl, and it's this pretty pink. I think this is going to go really nice. So I will get my little blush brush, go in, and we're going to add it to the apples of the cheeks, kind of going up to the temple. A little bit on the nose, as if I got some sun. Okay, and then we're going to take the other side of the brush that does not have product on it and blend it down the cheek a little bit. So there's no lines. Not that I want blush down here. I just don't want there to be any weird harsh lines. Kind of going back and forth now. Don't want to lose that color. So immediately we're going to spray my face with some setting spray right now. Okay, quickly dry that. And then for highlight, I'm going to go into my Rare Beauty highlighter, and it's called the shade Exhilarate. I really like this color. It's almost like a golden champagne color. So I'll show you what that looks like here. Oh, that's potent. We are going to have to buff that out. Holy. and a little bit on the inner corners and under the brows. Okay, and I'm just going to go back in. Just going to go back into my bronzer, or my blush brush maybe, and just kind of blush that in a little bit because that is potent. Did not realize it would be so bright. Kind of blend it in there with my blush brush. One more setting spray. Fan. And we're done. Okay, so I'm going to take that with me, my lip gloss, my lip liner, and I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy. If you are new, please subscribe and click on the bell button. And I will see you guys in the next one. Happy date night. Mwah.
I